Welcome to Reading the Bible with Pastor. Today we're on Exodus chapter 8, starting in verse 16. And we're going to read about the third and fourth plagues. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Say to Aaron, stretch out your staff and strike the dust of the earth, so it may become gnats in all the land of Egypt." And they did so. Aaron stretched out his hand with his staff and struck the dust of the earth, and where there were gnats on man and beast, all the dust of the earth became gnats in all the land of Egypt. The magicians tried by their secret arts to produce gnats, but they could not. So there were gnats on man and beast. All right, we're seeing here that the magicians are not able by their tricks or sorcery to produce gnats from dust, showing that this is the Lord's work. No other human can be doing these type of things here in Egypt. Then the magician said to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he would not listen to them, as the Lord had said. So again, Pharaoh is hardening his own heart and not believing them and not seeing these signs for what they are. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning and present yourself to Pharaoh as he goes out to the water, and say to him, 'Thus says the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. Or else, if you will not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies on you, and your servants and your people, and into your houses. And the houses of the Egyptians shall be filled with swarms of flies, and also the ground in which they stand. But on that day I will set apart the land of Goshen, where my people dwell, so that no swarms of flies shall be there, that you may know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth." All right, so there's going to be flies in the land, but they're only going to be where the Egyptians are. Here showing that God is favoring his people, Israel, who lives in the land of Goshen there, the Nile Delta, and showing that this plague is on the Egyptians because Pharaoh is not making the choice to send the people out into the wilderness to be with their God. "Thus I will put a division between my people and your people. Tomorrow this sign shall happen." And the Lord did so. There came great swarms of flies into the house of Pharaoh and into his servants' houses. Throughout all the land of Egypt, the land was ruined by the swarm of flies. Then Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, "Go, sacrifice to your God within the land." But Moses said, "It would not be right to do so, for the offerings we shall sacrifice to the Lord our God are an abomination to the Egyptians. If we sacrifice offerings abominable to the Egyptians before their eyes, will they not stone us? We must go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God as he tells us." But Pharaoh said, "I will let you go to sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only you must not go very far away. Plead for me." Then Moses said, "Behold, I am going out from you, and I will plead with the Lord that the swarm of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. Only let not Pharaoh cheat again by not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord." So Moses went out from the Pharaoh and prayed to the Lord. And the Lord did as Moses asked, and removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Not one remained. But Pharaoh hardened his heart this time also, and did not let the people go. We read about the third and fourth plagues, and we see here that a difference was made. The magicians were not able to replicate the sign that God had done with the gnats, and the flies were partitioned off. Only the Egyptians felt this plague. The Israelites did not. Showing, again, how the Lord can work, shows his sign, shows his power, protects his people, and is trying to convince Pharaoh to let his people go to sacrifice to him. Pharaoh again hardens his heart, does not abide by his word. He turns against his own promise there. And we'll continue reading this until we get through the 10 plagues here. As always, please subscribe to the channel and share this with others so that they may continue reading the Bible with Pastor.